Hi, I am Inspired Habits. Welcome to my word. Sometimes we want to prove to people we love them. We buy things for them, drinks, chocolate, expensive gifts, at times cars, houses. We even take people on a world tour. Meanwhile, down within us, we have issues we are battling with. We are filled with self-hate, or we hate someone who gives us much trauma. The worst type of hate is when you hate yourself, but you cover it up so people around you don't know what's wrong with you. A man who doesn't love himself can never love you as a lady. So if you are in love with a person who does not love himself, you are in for trouble. Likewise, a lady who doesn't love herself can never ever love another person. People are repulsive. They behave as if they hate you with passion. You've done everything possible to convince her, but she can't see any reason to love you. Among other things, self-hate could be involved. I think you need to take a pause. If you are being carried away by the gifts you get from a guy and you use that as a yardstick or a measure, I think you should listen to this. All you see in a self-hated person, the positive gestures are mere camouflage. The real self is trapped inside, and you can't get this unless you take your time to study the person. A person may hate him or herself if the parental relationship is marred. Sometimes some people are raised by an abusive father or a careless mother or a career mother. Children seeing their mom being beaten damages their psychology and some other things while people are growing up. So, if such a child is a male, the tendency he will not give regards to the opposite sex is very, very high. Some young girls were raped while they were small, while they were children, and as a result of this, they hate anything that has to do with guys. So when they grow up and you find out that you're trying to woo them, they give you attitudes that you can never explain. It is very, very deep, really, because of their past experiences. That kind of a person, there is every tendency she will hate the opposite sex. The tendency is extremely high. These people move around with vengeance and resentment in their hearts. We all have our scars, really, from childhood up to this time. Another thing is this: there is a reason you need to go extra mile to study your spouse more, the person you're going out with or the person you're relating with. Does he want to hear anything about his or her mom or dad when you discuss? Does he react when you hit a point or something? You know, people are like that. So self-love does not depend on the amount of money you have or how acceptable you are. A person who loves himself sees good in himself even when some other people say otherwise. One thing you need to know is that we are all products of our past. If yesterday controls your future, it is extremely dangerous. If you do not forgive yourself and start loving who you are, you won't be able to love someone else and no one will love you back. So you will be moving on your own. The danger in it is that if you hate yourself, it will reflect virtually in all things. The way you talk, the way you dress, the way you relate with people, the way you do things, even in school, you will be having issues. It affects you everywhere. It affects everything about you. So if you ever dated a self-hated person, he or she may react to minor issues. You'll be surprised by the time he shouts at you and later starts begging you or something like that. Okay, these are issues of the past. These are the real self. These things are actually the real person in them. They tend to stay alone at times or fall into depression easily. If you forgive yourself and start accepting yourself as yourself, I think that's going to give you a better edge on life. You can't change the past. It's impossible. If there is a defect and you hate yourself for that, there is nothing you can do. We make mistakes, really. Or somehow our parents, our siblings, our sisters made mistakes on our behalf and we grow with them. You know, each time you remember the scar, you're always resentful. You feel bad about it. How could this person do this to me? How could this lady do this to me? How could this mom do this to me? How could this person do this to me? As a result of that, you move around with resentment and vengeance in your heart. You are hurt, really. Unfortunately, those people may not be alive again. And if they are alive, they may even be worthless. They may not be valuable to us again. So hating yourself won't help you. Alright, so today, close the chapter, open a new one. Allow people into your life. Give them the chance to make you a better person. Because you need people around you. Love yourself. Because no one is like you in the whole world. No one is like you.